Dear brothers and sisters in Christ, I should say good evening and happy Tuesday. Today, Tuesday, June 21st, Tuesday of a 12-week in Ordinary Time. Today was a busy day of a parish for me. Sorry I didn't have the time to tape this video earlier, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity to share with you my reflections on today's readings. And the reading of today is taken from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 7. And in this reading, Jesus refers to a narrow gate. Enter through a narrow gate, says our Lord. For the gate is wide and the road broad that leads to destruction. The narrow gate. What is the narrow gate? What is the opposite of this narrow gate? The gate that is wide and road that leads to destruction. Well, if you think, when we commit a sin, we are tempted to do something that shows itself as a promise of happiness. Nobody wants to commit a sin to be worse off than how he or she is at this point. Sin is a false promise of happiness. It is a promise of happiness, promise of being better off than how we are right now, but it's false, it's fake, it's a lie. Take, for example, stealing. Very simply, you don't have something, you need something, you want something you don't have, and so you go and you get it because you want to be better off than before. You want to possess the thing you like, and so you steal it. But instead of making you better than before, stealing destroys our relationship with God, our relationship with ourselves. Ultimately, it's a lie to ourselves. And of course, stealing breaks the trust that a person has in us, and of course destroys our relationship with other people. But also, more simply, lying, for example. We think that by telling a lie, we can get out of difficult situations. Somebody asks you a question, it's easy apparently to tell a lie. Of course, you want to get out of this situation and want to answer to a question without being questioned again further. And so you tell a lie, I think it's something not too bad, and so it can be better off than before, clearly. But instead, telling a lie is precisely betraying the truth, or bending the truth at least. And so again, it's not something that makes us better than before. It's something that makes us a worse version of ourselves. And so the gate that is wide and leads to destruction is precisely sin, following our own instinct and cravings. Because it's easy. You follow what you want to do, and you follow your desires, your bad desires, your instincts, and that seems to be a good answer, seems to lead us to life, to happiness and joy. Instead, that's not the case. Because sin is a lie. It's a false promise of happiness. It's a fake, something fake. Instead, the gate that leads to life is narrow, because, of course, we need to make a sacrifice to be faithful to God's commandments. And this is what leads us to life. This is what makes us a better version of ourselves, following God's commandments, obeying to His commandments. And this is a narrow gate, because you need to overcome our own instinct, what we would like to do. We need to make a sacrifice. At times also we need to accept a cross that is given to us, really accept a trial that's given to us, or tribulation, and accept it with joy. And so the narrow gate, Jesus calls it the narrow gate that leads to life, is ultimately the cross. The cross of overcoming our own limits and our own temptations, the cross of also enduring trials and tribulations and hardships. The cross is the narrow gate, and as Jesus showed us, the sacrifice on the cross led us to life, has led us to life. And so in the same way, every cross that we take on ourselves willingly and joyfully leads us to life, sharing in the life of Jesus' resurrection. Take care and God bless.